Hello, good morning and welcome to the Czech Republic. We are ready for the qualifying stage to get the action underway in the Barum Czech Rally Zlín 2023, the penultimate round of the FIA European Rally Championship this season, and a rally that has been dominated by one man for so many years. Since 2004, almost nobody has won here who's not called Jan Kopecký, and that is going to be part of the challenge for all of our other competitors this weekend, to beat the local man on home turf. Kopecký is here, fired up and ready to go, but there are plenty of other stories all the way through the field, and of course one of the key stories is whether or not the title is decided here this weekend. It seems likely that Hayden Paddon and John Kennard will walk away from Zlín as champions, but we will have to wait and see. Good morning, everybody. I'm Martin Haven, alongside me Julian Porter, and you are watching the start of the qualifying stage. Hayden Paddon and John Kennard. Jules, this is a very big weekend for them, but he has been able to handle the pressure that everybody's thrown at them all season long.
Yeah, they have, and they've done their job exactly what they're meant to have done, and he maybe wanted to win a few more rallies, but it's such a big investment for them to come from New Zealand every time. So going all out for a rally win when you can take a very comfortable second, that's what they're going to do. And this weekend it's a very, very, very tough rally. They've never been here before. There's a few of them have never been here before, and it is going to be difficult, but the weather, I'm hearing, is meant to be nice and dry all weekend, which it'll be an extremely quick event if that is the case. But I've not been here, and it's never rained, to be fair, at some point.
Well, it's a little bit like Le Mans, it always rains, and we have had torrential rain at some stages. There was a reasonable amount of rain overnight, but as you can see, the sun has finally come through the clouds and is burning it off. And the roads, well, it's definitely slick tyre condition at the moment. And this is just a short 3.14 kilometre stage.
Look at the people out watching now, thousands of them.
They've been running this rally here since 1971, when it was part of the Czechoslovak Rally Championship, so they got so much history here. And it's always brought in big-name stars, and the fans just love their rallying. Not all the road surface is quite as pristine as the start of this stage. This gives us an idea more what some of the other stages is going to be like as well, and how dirty they get from all the cuts is going to be a big factor, particularly when you're getting a second run through the stage.
It is a very demanding piece of road. The whole rally is demanding. You get a lot of tyre damage from when you drop off the road, but when re-entering the road, you just saw on the mid-corner there how there's this really jagged edge to the road. It is very, very tricky. Osberg into the stage now as well. Wasn't in Rome, preparing himself for this weekend. Another one who's not been here. So some of our big superstars haven't been here before, mixing in with the Czech superstars.
And you know, it is going to be the devil's own work to beat Kopecký. Nobody's done it for 5 or 6, 7 years now in a row, so he is definitely the benchmark. He may not be starting #1 on the road, but he's definitely #1 in the fans' favourite hearts.
And it hasn't, even though there's that dominant list of Kopecky, Jan Kopecky, Jan Kopecky, Jan Kopecky, there isn't that, strangely. 2 years ago, Eric Seidel was leading until halfway through the last stage. A few years before that, Kopecky was in a massive battle with Alexei Lukyanuk, and Lukyanuk had damage in an area, in an arena area like that we've just seen with a jump. And so he is fightable, yes, Jan Kopecky, but he just seems to be able to manage it the whole 13 stages and 200 kilometers.
He's got that little special extra sixth sense, hasn't he, here? It's a bit like, it's his local rally. He's been doing it for 20 years now, so he's just got that extra little spidey sense.
Have you had any moments? Not on this run, but we did on the second run in the forest here, actually. I'm up against a fence, not a building, a fence. But and then of course I took it too cautiously this time through. So but yeah, tricky. This part in the trees here is really tricky. The first part's quite nice in the town, but yeah, good way to start the weekend.
Yeah, very different set of tarmac conditions from the roads in the town and then into the very broken, narrow, sinuous strip of tarmac through the trees. And this, I mean, all rallies have seen some fairly major offs. This rally does see them occasionally, often weather-induced, it has to be said.
I mean, last year on Saturday afternoon, we had a massive rainstorm, and it was just so tricky for everybody. A couple of people did get caught out. But this, you see, in here, it does look damp in the trees. And this is what they're going on about. This is where it is tricky. So Hayden referring to the moment he had there in Rome when I thought he'd hit a building. He said it was a fence. Fair, it wasn't a building, but I don't think it was a fence either. It was like a gateway or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. He got away with it.
Mads, 0.2 off Hayden there. Can you give us an idea what the conditions like? How was the run?
Yeah, it's quite tricky conditions, let's say. Even if the sun is shining, it's very wet a lot of places, so the grip is changing all the time. But yeah, I guess that's this rally, and I've heard so many things about it, so I think we're just getting a bit of a training for that.
For the viewers watching, when you say the grip is changing, what does that feel like through the wheel? How do you know it's changing?
Yeah, first of all, you actually see it because you can see the wet tarmac, you can see the mud on the inside, but it's basically like when you're on the mud with one side of the car, it's like ice, so it's pulling the car in every direction, so you're sort of fighting the steering wheel all the time. Also during braking, you have some dry patches and some wet patches, so you sort of have to try to make it almost, and if you can make it almost every time, it's quite good.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Very daunting and tricky, though. And Fernando Renner is into the stage, but we just don't seem to have our pictures with him at the minute. But this was him before he went off and into the stage, into the start line.
Yeah, Renner, one of two former champions in the field, because Chris Ingram is back as well. Has been a real champions year, hasn't it? It's just been a tough season for Renner. Not really gone his way at all.
Yeah, a few little things going wrong here, a few little mistakes there, problems here, problems there. As you say, anything that could have gone wrong kind of has gone wrong. Yeah. And I don't know 100%. Just need to kind of check. But this is a different Skoda Fabia to what he has been running. So he's driven an Evo, he's driven a Skoda Fabia, and he's also driven an RS version this year.
Yeah.
Efren, 1.2 off Hayden's fastest time in there. Give us an idea, what's the stage like?
Yeah, it was okay for us. At the beginning, it was completely dry. Then in the middle of the stage, it's more dirty, more gravel than in the free practice. But okay, we are happy. The rally started this night.
He did a big shunt here last year, a real big shunt last year.
Talking about former champions, Alexei Lukyanuk, so 3 former champions, or 1 outgoing champion and 2 former champions in the field.
Kopecky I'm sure, won the championship at some point as well. 2014, I think, or 13.
That sounds about right, yes.
Several champions.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you look at the winners list, it's amazing. Alexei Lukyanuk is not on it, and he has been challenging so many times. Let's see what he can do here this weekend. Rome, he was back. There was glimpses of the former past. But that working relationship between the new car, the driver, the co-driver, that needs, obviously they need to work on that, and that experience needs to build. But yeah, they need a bit more time, I think, together. But yeah, as you say, Kopecky from 2015 to 2022, Vaclav Peck in 14, and it was Kopecky dotted around, Hannanen, Loix, Nicolas Fouillos, Cresta, Simon Jean-Joseph. Then you go further back, Patrick Snyers.
Yeah.
Franz Wittmann.
Another former winner is here, actually, of the event, running cars, Raimund Baumschlager. So he knows it as a driver and now as a team boss. Martin Sesks into the stage.
Alexei, we just wait. Oh, is it a bit bright? Fastest so far by 0.4. Are you happy with that run?
Yeah, we tuned our communication. It works better now.
Yeah. What's changed with the communication? Can you tell us?
No.
Okay, well, we were just talking about that, and they've got it dialed in.
Always good to see Alexei back, the Russian rocket, now running under a Cypriot driving license, competition license, and his Ukrainian co-driver, Yevhen Chevenenko. And that's been a little bit of the issue for Alexei, is that communication. It is, everybody says it's like being married. It is like a marriage. It has to be this really good blend of intuition and trust between the driver and the co-driver. And that doesn't always happen immediately.
Sesks. 2:11.8.
Yeah, third fastest. Fourth fastest by Mads Osberg.
Yeah, you got to remember there is thousands, because it's a qualifying stage. We go to the thousandths of a second, not to tenths, but just on our little display there, we get the tenths of seconds. But yeah, as you say, Lukyanuk is out front, followed by Padden. Saw in the little arena area there's some New Zealand flags. So
yes, I saw that.
In Sweden, there was 20 people who travelled over from New Zealand to watch Hayden Padden and John Kennard. So I wonder how many more have ventured over here.
Martins, that is fourth fastest, just 0.2 off Hayden's fastest in there, so it's quite a decent time.
Thanks.
No problem.
No, it looks really, really tight. Well, for sure we started the morning with a wet tire, to be sure, and then I was a little bit nervous because it's drying out so quickly, and it was to catch the rhythm and catch the spaces, but yeah, all good. Thanks to live TV.
No problem.
Now that's interesting. He started with a wet tyre. Now
I did see that when he came back in after one of his free practice runs. There was a wet tyre on it, and I was like, okay, so we've seen mist in our photographs we were sent early doors, and then if you look at it now, it is dry here, and it is hot. It's very warm when the sun's out.
the only other thing is that half the stage is this broken road, and all of the cut is not dry dust. That will be muddy. So maybe he just went, okay. Yeah.
Bit of security for your free practice run.
Yeah, what can happen here in qualifying? I could bin it, so let's not do that. And he's only 2 tenths away from Hayden anyway. Matteo Francesi coming to the line. He's going to be close as well. 1.1 back, so maybe not as close. We heard Hayden Padden saying he was being a bit conservative. Seb Scott's already been bounced off by Martin Sesks once this morning. So we'll see what Mathieu has to say when he gets down to Seb at the finish line. perhaps not start with Mathieu's slowest so far.
Yeah. Someone who hasn't been slow so far this morning is this pairing. Philip Mares, the number 9, Skoda Fabia. Until Kopecky threw in a late time in free practice, they were heading it for a long time.
Mathieu, it sounds like the road is developing in there. What's it like for you? 12.3, quite a bit off the fastest time there. Do you know where you lost the time?
Yeah, for sure. I need to find confidence because it's really slippery and the road is really narrow and fast. So you need to have big confidence in the car. And on tarmac, I don't have a lot of experience. So I need to see and discover this crazy rally. And let's see on Saturday.
A couple of things he said there. When he said you need big, I wasn't expecting the word confidence. I thought something else was coming.
Exactly what I was.
And this road, he said, I don't have experience on this tarmac. And this is a great characteristic of this rally, and this is not a criticism at all. But some of this is not tarmac. It is so bumpy, it's so broken. It could kind of like have a feeling of you're on gravel because the car's moving around so much. So it is very unique.
And it seems really strange from our viewpoint to have a French rally driver saying, I'm not very good on tarmac. But
look at this time. Oh.
So Philip Mares absolutely flying this morning, as he was in the qualifying, in the free practice runs. So he is in qualifying 1.9 seconds up on Alexei Lukianuk, 2.3 ahead of Hayden Paddon. Well, we have not had a winner from outside the Czech Republic since 2012. Over a decade since Juho Hanninen won in a Skoda, so it was a home win anyway. In fact, yeah, Václav Pech won in a Mini Cooper back in 2014, so that's the last time a Skoda didn't win.
Simon Wagner here, Gerald Winter on the podium last year.
Philip, where did that come from? 2.3 faster than the fastest time so far. That is some time.
Yeah, it's nice to begin the race this way, but for sure it's not the start of the race, so it's just the beginning of the weekend. And to be honest, I expect some guys behind with a better starting position, a little bit faster because it's getting drier, but so far so good and I'm enjoying.
Well, some guys, and I think he's probably thinking of Jan Kopecky and maybe Chris Ingram as well. Maybe a couple of the Polish hero, the Czech Republic heroes as well.
I mean, I think there's a couple of people like Wagner, depending on how quickly he gets up to speed tomorrow morning. We see Simon very, very strong on second days, final days of rallies in the ERC. It'll be interesting to see how fast he gets. He's always been quick here. So let's see what he can do.
Well, talking of Czech heroes, in the national rally contenders, among them is another Czech hero, but from initially very different routes. Thomas Enger, who raced successfully in single-seaters and in sports cars over the years, is out here in a car as well, so there'll be
quickest here.
A lot of eyes on him. That's a good run, only 1/10 back. Big inhalation there from Simon Wagner as he comes up to the finish line.
Simon, their second fastest. Is the road dry and is it getting faster?
In some places it's getting faster, and some it's getting more dirty, so it's not easy to judge the grip, but yeah, safe run through. The rally will be very, very long.
As a driver, Mathieu Franceschi and a couple of others have said that they're actually watching rally TV before the stage starts. What are you looking for when you watch rally TV?
Mainly these corners where other guys are struggling.
Which corners were they struggling on here?
To be honest, we were quite tight with our time to reach the stage, so I had no time to watch it.
Yeah, but that's what some people are doing. They are sitting there in the control beforehand, watching it. Eric Size, local, very local. Born and bred in Zlín, went to school in Zlín, families in Zlín. So, yeah, here's some New Zealand Kiwi flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have, should have won it 2 years ago. Crashed out on the final stage whilst having a comfortable lead. Potentially never really got over that, as dramatic as that might sound. It's just not clicked straight after that. But let's see what they can do this weekend.
It's close, isn't he? It's going to be very entertaining. Only a tenth away. So Eric Size, another of the local drivers. And for Austria's Simon Wagner, not too far over the border either, here into the Czech Republic. So Josh McAlean leading the line.
Right field. Take left 80. Go on right second. Keep field. In the third left minus.
Eric, that's just about second fastest. People are saying how much confidence you need on these roads. Where do you get the confidence from?
We are not fastest.
No, Philip was 209.3.
Yeah, you need to be really confident, and for sure it will be really tough weekend with beautiful stages and a lot of pushing, but yeah, we really enjoyed this day. It was okay.
Are you expecting to be fighting at the front?
For sure, I hope for that, but we have to see how it will be on the stages. But yeah, it will be perfect to see home ground, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
So little question is, we weren't fastest? He's obviously got his tail up, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he maybe just misheard Seb's question, because Seb made it quite clear second fastest, and I don't know whether it was we were fastest or we weren't fastest. Like, is it a bit of a surprise, maybe? Josh McAlean, yeah, that was a bit of a cut, wasn't it?
Cut, wasn't it? The organisers saying they put up lots more cut posts, and you can see them there. They're not rigid wooden posts, but those red and white striped flappy markers, just to try and stop too many deep cuts.
Something about Hyundai i20s, Rally 2 cars. We get that phone signal. We had it with Padden's car in Rome, got it here. And then we got it with the two Hyundai so far.
Yeah, that's not our phone in the booth, by the way. That is coming in from the onboards.
2:11.696.
Okay. Same as Padden.
Sixth fastest. Yeah. He's actually just behind Padden. That's all important for the road picking.
Yep.
You know, the road picking, that's what we said.
The four rights in there are top.
I should have stopped talking. I didn't realise they were still chatting away there.
Yeah. A little bit of chat about some of the corner notes. Maybe Somosh. Hungarian crew in their Skoda Fabia Evo.
Josh, tell us, how does this compare to the Irish lanes?
I wouldn't know so much about it. I haven't been home in about 4 years, so maybe a bit of practicing would have done good for this rally. But honestly, it's going to be a big challenge. We haven't been in tarmac since Monday, so no, we're looking forward to getting ourselves better in again.
Well, that's a long time not to have tarmac experience, and
yeah, Monty, wasn't it?
This is quite different, isn't it?
Another quick driver here. Miklos, he was in the top 5 at one point of free practice.
That cut on the right there that we were commenting on Josh taking is getting deeper and deeper and wider and wider. The bush is getting pushed back. And all that, the surface, the edges of the road still look a bit damp here in the trees. The rest of it looks pretty polished and dry.
I said just there was the sun was really reflecting onto that tarmac, really shiny.
Yeah, it won't be the freshest, newest tarmac. 1.7 back.
4th quickest.
So ahead of Lukyanuk. Yeah, it does seem like the combination of tarmac getting drier, i.e. quicker, but a bit more muck spread on it, i.e. slower in places. Romania's Simone Tempestini.
Mixie, 2:11 there. What are your targets for this weekend?
We have the one mistake, so the corner is a slow corner. We lost 1-2 seconds. It was okay.
Okay, if he reckons he lost 1 or 2 seconds, that'd have put him quickest. So 2 seconds would have put him quickest. One would have put him not any higher, because there is just a little gap. There is the first three of Maris, Saiz, Wagner. They are in the 209s. The next one is a 211. And I think now it's starting to get just a little bit dirty, a little bit messy. For me, we are waiting for Kopecky.
Yeah.
Adam Brezek. Just thinking about who else could be.
It's going to be interesting to see what Chris Ingram will do in the polo.
Yeah, I mean, yes. But at European Championship level, I know he did EPRA, British Championship level, Belgian Championship level, but I don't know how much mileage, how much of a test he's had in the Czech Republic in that car.
No, agreed.
And as you've already mentioned once, you learn nothing by crashing today. So he might go and absolutely blitz it and surprise us, and I'll eat humble pie. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a good, careful, steady run, but like a good banker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the problem is, as you say, it's rained a bit overnight, it's rained a bit on other days, rained a lot yesterday at times. You've got to be at the front of the field tomorrow, because the cuts just get worse and worse and worse.
Simone, tell us, how was the stage for you?
Yeah, it was okay. For us, it was okay. It's a really difficult rally ahead. So yeah, we will try our best.
So these stages require a lot of confidence. What also with the confidence with tyre choice? What is the thinking behind choosing tyres for this rally?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
I did this rally last time in 2018, and yeah, I think these roads are not so grippy, let's say. It's not like in Rome, so we will need for sure to make good tyre choice.
And the pace notes, what's it like making pace notes when you're not sure on the grip and the speed of the road?
Yeah, also this is important, so we will see tomorrow if our recce, let's say, were good.
Simone Tempestini just showing a little sign of maybe some nerves there, that they may not be quite as ready as they'd hoped for. Albert von Thurn Taxis.
Albert seems to enjoy doing the challenging rallies. Rome, Czech Republic.
And he combines occasional rallying outings with occasional racing outings as well. So he's trying to put together an interest, and I think that's the challenge for him, or the whole ethos of what he does, is he does the things that he enjoys, the fun ones.
He's back into the new RS Fabia here as well. He didn't drive this in Rome because Raymond, the team boss, team owner, had crashed it on a rally a couple of weeks earlier, but now they've fixed it and he's back into it, so he's got to just relearn that car again.
Albert, you seem very happy. Tell us, how was that run?
Well, good, we improved by 4 seconds, so I'm quite happy, but unfortunately everyone else did also.
Well, I mean, the time they've given you looks like a really good time at the moment.
I'm very happy. Good, we know this stage quite well from the past years. I'm just so happy to be here. It's looking to be quite an exciting event.
Yeah. Tell us, you've got a bit of a story with someone else competing here. Thomas Enger is here. Has he been giving you any tips as well from back in the day?
I learned so much from Thomas, and I'm so happy that he's here. I didn't see him on the list and saw his car yesterday night. I look forward to catching up with him.
Okay then, thank you very much.
There you go, racing buddies, rallying buddies. And yeah, his team boss, Raimund Baumschlager, former winner of this event. That takes us back a few years. In fact, Raimund won back here in 1993 in an Escort RS Cosworth.
Proper car. Martin Lazo.
Proper scary.
I love the escort course. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope that Martin has a better run in qualifying here than he did in Rome. He went off the road in Rome, and it was a Herculean effort by the team to get that car fixed and get him back out for Rome that night for the stage 1. The Top Cars team did an amazing job.
It's a fill pack with talent. I mean, he's got real top 10 potential if he has a good, clean rally.
I think if he can get into the top 10, he'd be delighted, because as you've just said, it's a massively talented
It really
field,
is.
and
It really is.
I think you could have some bigger names towards the end of our top 10, let alone people who are just learning and starting. Talking about people at the top, sharp end of the top 10 will be this pairing.
Yeah. So we're...
Martin, quite a bit of time lost there. Is there any way you lost it, or were you just making sure you got through?
Yeah, but I didn't make any big mistake. I was too carefully in the ball stage, so yeah, it's okay.
That's what you've got to do. Make sure you don't get it wrong, make a mistake. As I said, he did that in Rome, went off in the qualifying. Massive panic and stress for the team to get the car fixed. Right, what can Kopecky do? Our quickest time through is Philip Maris, a 2:09.329. Kopecky did top the timesheets after the free practice.
God, look how much more into the trees he's been than anybody else so far. There can't be many stages or parts of stages that are new to Jan Kopecky. And it's a 10-time winner. And that, again, that's only the wins in the last 20 years, not the closes and on the podiums and nearly theirs. He's just got a sensational record here.
On the final straight here, let's see.
How much quicker is he going to be?
I don't think he is. He's not.
Oh, he's not. Wow. 1.5 back.
That puts him 4th quickest. Okay, Philip Maris tops the leaderboard. And for me, looking at still who's to come, Ingram, Dominic.
Kopecky, yeah, I mean...
He could spring a small surprise. Not saying it would be a stage-winning surprise, but he is very quick. Adam Vrezik was very, very quick as well. So there is a couple of people who might either... I'm not sure whether they're going to top it, but are they going to basically disrupt it and push people like Kopecky further down the order?
Well, and the problem there is they'll get high up the pecking order. Yeah.
Jan, we've not got a time for you yet. We don't really know much, but... Oh, yeah, we have, yeah. Sorry. Are you happy with that time?
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm on the hardest leg, so it's fine.
What's it like being back on Barum?
I'm sweating like an old guy, but okay, I am old guy, so it's really great feeling to be here because as you see, the fans are everywhere. It's just amazing rally. Thank you.
God, there is so many fans out there in those little arena areas.
Absolutely rammed.
Ingram, Alex Kihirani. First time back in Barum. Did he try? I'm trying to think. He drove a Clio somewhere. I can't honestly remember where he drove the Clio now. Really don't know. But he was here obviously in 2019 at this level in the Rally 2 machinery. But that was a Skoda. We're now in a Volkswagen.
Bumper cam is sensational there, isn't it? It really ramps up the feeling of speed.
For me, the Polo's just so low. If it's bumpy, you're going to have a bit of a soft set. It's the most amazingly low car. What are we going to do? We're going to be close here. We're just over.
Wow, half a second back. Top 4.
It pops him into 4th place. Yeah, 4th place. So Kopecky now 5th. So 2:09.861.
Well, Kopecky still with a decent opportunity to choose his starting position. So he's not going to be early on the road. Where's Hayden Paddon in the overall list of things now? He is going to be quite early on the road, isn't he?
Yeah, but the fastest through will probably pick at the front because they don't want to be in that dirty cuts later on.
Yeah,
so
that's true enough.
Mares could go first on the road when he's later.
That's true.
With that time.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually. I was got some hard tyres on, so it was pretty tricky with them, but we need them for the rally, so yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that.
Why did you go for hards?
Just because I think we'll need them for the rally. I don't want to waste the tyre allocation on a softer one for this one.
So it's all good strategy. You were talking in a couple of the interviews that we did with drivers, you were talking to Eric about tyre choices, and he had 3 sets of softs and 1 set of hards. It seems like everybody might have gone for that. Bit of a handful there for Dominik Krzyzewski.
Yeah, basically tyre allocation-wise, it's 16 tyres they're allowed to use over the weekend, and on tarmac they have 3 slick tyre compounds, so don't know exactly what compounds each manufacturer runs, but let's say a soft, medium or hard. And then they have an alternative tyre for the bad weather. Now, whether they want to make that an intermediate or a wet, normally it's a wet, to be fair. So they've got a choice of 4, but like 3 compounds in the slick. Told you, Dominik could be there.
Quick, Strzeski. 4 tenths back. Ingram down to 5th. So every car now seems to be going a little bit quicker.
And Brezek, you know, Kopecky could end up 7th here.
Yeah. Paddon is 9th fastest at the moment.
Could end up 10th. And I would say your Mares, your Sykes, your Wagners, they're all going to pick 1st, 2nd, 3rd on the road. Yeah. So Kopecky, they've got their work cut out this weekend. This is going to be really interesting.
Oh, 4th fastest in there. You've got to be happy with that time.
I think times is very good, and yeah, it's quality stage, and race start tomorrow, and we will see what we can do. Thank you.
Yeah, proper stages. The body of it, the first leg tomorrow. We'll have our ceremonial start this evening. But as of now, it is Philipp Mares ahead of Eric Seiss, and cross-border infiltration from Simon Wagner. 3rd quickest for the Austrian duo. Dominik Krzyzewski, we've just seen go faster than Chris Ingram, and 10-time winner Jan Kopecky. Miklos Somosh in 7th ahead of Alexei Lukyanuk. Hayden Paddon 9th, the man who is hoping to claim the championship here. And Josh McAlean just outside the top 10 ahead of early starters Mads Osberg, Martin Sex, and Albert von Thurn Taxis, 14th fastest at the moment, less than 3 seconds away from the front. And again, he benefited a little bit from that earlier road position. Let's get down for the first time this weekend to the service area and Hannah Mehdi.
Welcome to the service back here in Ostrakovice. The sun is shining, it's a beautiful day, plenty of fans out here enjoying the atmosphere, having an ice cream. It's been great to see all those fans on that qualifying stage too. It's fantastic. And as we mentioned, it is a big weekend for Hayden Paddon. He could potentially clinch the championship title this weekend. Let's have a look at how things are looking after 6 rounds. Hayden Paddon leads with 163 points. He has a 55-point advantage over Martin Sesks, who's in that 2nd position. Then we have Mads Osberg in 3rd, Efren Lorena in 4th, Johan Bonato in 5th, Franceschi 6th, Heikela 7th, and then Mares, who's had a fantastic start to qualifying in that 8th position. Yeah, those guys now will be on the way back here to service before the ceremonial start this afternoon. And then it all kicks off this evening. It's going to be a fantastic, exciting start to this rally. We have the first stage tonight at 10 o'clock local time. That is going to be spectacular in the dark on the streets in Zlín. 10:15, that'll be kicking off this evening. And then tomorrow morning, we have 6 stages to follow tomorrow, split into 2 with a service break in the middle. And then on Sunday, we have another 6 stages, of course, that we'll be completing with that power stage at 5 p.m. on Sunday, and we can't wait for you to join us this weekend. Every stage live here on Rally TV.
And 4 left sharp.